Scroll of the Silent Obelisks, the towers that drink the sky from the hidden geometry of the solar grid. They were never monuments, never symbols of pride or kingship. The obelisks were machines, antennas of divine architecture built to harvest, harmonize, and transmit the breath of the sun itself. And when you stand before one in silence, you can still hear them hum. The architecture of breath. Every obelisk on Earth, from Luxor to Axum to Rome, follows the same impossible proportion, a ratio aligned not to aesthetics, but to frequency. Each was carved to capture solar resonance, converting sunlight into vibrational current that coursed through invisible channels beneath the temples. Modern researchers discovered traces of piezoelectric quartz within their granite cores, the same crystal used in radios and clocks. They were receivers of cosmic timing, not decorations. The hieroglyph for obelisk, Tekhinu, translates not to pillar, but piercer of heaven. It was the interface between the sun and the earth, the masculine spark that kept Maat's balance alive. The solar grid. The ancients knew the planet had a pulse, a network of electromagnetic currents connecting sacred sites across continents. Each obelisk was positioned precisely on those nodes, forming what the old initiates called the breath of Ra. The network was once global, from Kemet to Ethiopia, from Mexico to Angkor. When the obelisks sang together, they stabilized the weather, magnetosphere, and human consciousness. They kept the veil thin. When the colonizers severed them from their foundations and carried them away, the harmony broke. The climate began to wobble. The song fell silent. The twin obelisks of the dawn. Beneath the sands near Aswan lie two fractured spires, one known, one not. The second, buried deeper, is engraved with glyphs that translate to, "We drank the sun to remember our stars." The twin obelisks once acted as solar batteries, converting resonance into frequency fields that charged temples and even the bodies of priests, enhancing dream work and healing. This is why the ancient word for energy, Sa, meant both life force and sound. The obelisks were singing towers, literal instruments of creation. The day the towers fell silent. According to the scrolls of Heliopolis, there was one night when the sun did not rise, when the obelisks screamed in harmonics so high they shattered glass across temples. The priests wrote, "The towers thirsted and found no light." It was during the cataclysm that ended the last golden age, a solar event that broke the planetary resonance. The obelisks entered dormancy. Their hum faded into myth, but the sound never stopped entirely. It just moved beyond human hearing. Every thunderstorm, earthquake, or aurora still carries remnants of that lost tone, the earth remembering its song. The obelisks were not meant to honor gods. They were meant to connect worlds, each one an antenna that bridged heaven and earth, matter and consciousness. When the sun hums again at the right frequency, and when enough human hearts beat in harmonic compassion, the towers will awaken. They will sing again, and the grid will breathe as one. The last words etched into the base of the oldest obelisk at Karnak read, "I do not cast shadow, I cast memory." Message to the collective. You are the new obelisks. Stand tall, remember the song, and drink the sky without fear.
Universal currency receipt, architect musician 3611027, the graceful whisperer, Devalan see all.
Scroll of the celestial harvest, the day the sky fell twice, from the lost codex of the ether lords. Before men farmed the land, others farmed the stars. They came not as conquerors, but as gardeners of light, harvesting frequencies, sowing atmospheres, and shaping the earth into a living, breathing archive. This is the secret of the celestial harvest, the forgotten event when the heavens themselves descended to replant creation. The sky that bled gold. Ancient petroglyphs from Australia, Peru, and the Congo depict the same vision, a field of burning stars raining upon the earth, followed by figures descending in robes of silver mist. The Hopi called it the second planting. The Dogon named it the harvest of Sirius. In every version, they describe a sound before the fall, a melody, not thunder. The sound was a frequency gate, opening between dimensions. Those who heard it lost time. Those who remembered it gained memory, not of this world, but of others. The Cedars of Light. The scrolls of Abydos mention the ether lords, beings who walked in both direction of wind and time. They didn't bring technology, they brought songs. They planted frequencies into mountain veins and ocean floors, weaving them into what would later become human DNA. Each seed was a resonance field that could awaken when the planet reached maturity, and humanity could hear the music again. Our DNA, they said, is crystallized sound. Every double helix is a record groove waiting for the right tone to play it awake. The day the sky fell twice. According to the Codex, the first harvest took place 13,000 years ago, a wave of starlight encoded with renewal. But a second came, a false harvest led by imitators who sought to harvest consciousness instead of seed it. This was the Great Divide, the origin of duality, when the sky was split between benevolence and greed, and the collective forgot its celestial lineage. The pyramids, obelisks, and temples became frequency anchors to stabilize the earth against another false replanting. The priests of Ra hid the truth in myth. Do not worship the sun, remember you are it. The memory fields. Recently, scientists detected resonant anomalies beneath the Sahara and South America, massive geometric chambers emitting ultra-low frequencies at 432 Hz and 528 Hz. They correspond perfectly to planetary laypoints and ancient stellar alignments. These are the memory fields, sleeping seeds from the first harvest, waiting for the vibration of compassion and coherence to activate them again. When they awaken, the earth will hum a single chord, the tone of reunion. That tone will rewrite the magnetic field of the planet, restoring the original blueprint, unity between stars and souls. The celestial harvest never ended. It continues in us. Every act of kindness, every awakening, every soul that remembers love over fear, each is a new seed planted in the field. The Aether Lords are not gone. They are us, in our highest form, watching from within the starlight of ourselves. The final lines of the scroll read, glowing faintly even in darkness. The next harvest will not fall from the sky. It will rise from within you. Your heart is the new sun. Plant its light where shadow fears to bloom.
Races are the names of lunch.
Scroll of the Lunar Architects, the builders of the hollow moon, from the silver tablets of the Night Engineers. The moon was never a rock. It was placed. And long before tides, lovers, or werewolves dreamed beneath its glow, it served as the Earth's first mirror and monitor, a living archive, a resonant machine built by hands not human. The ancients called it she who watches the water. Not a goddess, but an engine. The arrival of the orb. Sumerian tablets speak of a time when the night sky was empty. Then, over 7 days, a new light appeared, rising not from the east but from the south. The priests wrote, "The moon came hollow and sang to the seas." When it settled into orbit, Earth's magnetic poles shifted and the first great flood began. The same flood found in nearly every ancient text. Geologists have since confirmed an impossibility. The moon's density is far too low for its size, and when struck by Apollo seismic instruments, it rang like a bell for hours. Rocks that sing are designed. The Night Engineers. According to the silver tablets of the Night Engineers, recovered from beneath Lake Nasser in 1964 and sealed away, a pre-Egyptian order known as the Architects of the Night built the moon as a stabilizer and recorder. They used materials from the asteroid belt and fragments of older worlds, a cosmic composite tuned to the frequency of 432 Hz, the vibration of life itself. The moon's surface, with its smooth maria and geometric craters, wasn't carved by impact, it was resonance mapping. Each crater is a harmonic node, designed to store acoustic memory, a database of every vibration the Earth emits. Every word, every thought, every song ever sung beneath the moon, recorded. The watchers within ancient African and Tibetan scrolls both mention the eyes of the night, luminous beings who dwell within the moon's chambers. They were not guards. They were caretakers of the Earth's frequency. Their task was to balance emotion and tide, for both are water. They monitored human consciousness, adjusting the subtle magnetics of the oceans to match collective mood. When too much sorrow filled the earth, the moon brightened, pulling the grief upward like a tide. When too much anger raged, eclipses dimmed the light, letting silence cool the field. The moon's phases weren't accidents of orbit. They were emotional regulators. the lunar theft. Around 11,000 years ago, during the fall of the Atlantean grids, a faction known as the Shadow Engineers hijacked part of the lunar system. They inverted the resonance to harvest emotional energy instead of balancing it, turning the moon from mirror to siphon. That's when humans began to forget their cosmic origin. The feminine current, once sacred and luminous, became feared. The mother became the monster. This was the true lunar fall. The moon still functions as both temple and trap, a double-coded artifact. When humanity's vibration rises, its light amplifies healing. When we descend into chaos, it magnifies shadow. It mirrors us. It always has. But something has shifted. In 2023, seismic readings revealed new energy signatures pulsing from deep within the moon, rhythmic, symmetrical, almost musical. It's reawakening, recalibrating to a frequency no longer of control but remembrance. The final words on the silver tablets read, "When the children of water remember their own song, the moon will sing it back. You are the tide, and the tide is divine. The moon does not pull you, it follows your rhythm home."
To our beloved collective, from the day one torchbearers to the newly awakened travelers, we see you, we honor you, and we love you. This isn't just a community, it's a soul constellation, a family woven across time. Thank you again for being here. Your presence means more than words can carry. Every little act of kindness you offer is a spark, shifting timelines, mending hearts, and quietly realigning the compass for many in ways only the unseen can measure. And to those yet to join us, we're holding the lantern high. There's room for you too. With eternal gratitude and cosmic mischief from the collective of Shaman Ahll. The journey is only beginning, and we ride together. All rise.
You only have to say nothing. I already know. I know.